What's going on, guys? It's Fix It Daniel, and we are back again today with something pretty cool I want to show you guys. We are going to be doing some LEDs on the car. I got something pretty cool that I want to install and show you guys. We're going to get into it. Let's check it out. So guys, welcome to the channel. If you guys have not seen my stuff, please go down and check them out. I have done a lot of mini videos, but today we're doing some LEDs on the car. This is, I've never showed this to you guys that I had done that. I did that around the time when I was fixing the fender and the bumper. I don't know if I added that in the video, but if I did, you guys can go check that out. I don't know if I hooked it up. I think I just put them in the grill because there was already off the car and I just kind of slid them through. So I don't think I showed that, but if I did, check them out. But I'm going to get a little bit more of it today. So we're going to get into this and I'm going to show you guys. So, all right, guys. So here is, I have some lights already installed. And as I said, I pre-installed these. Did not show anybody these. I just kind of did them. I think I posted a picture of these lights on Instagram. But I didn't really talk about it too much. And I don't think anybody asked. So I got some LEDs. These are LEDs. These are pretty popular. You see these a lot on YouTube. These are like the Night Rider ones. These can actually turn different colors, do strobies. They even have police lights on them, which I do not recommend using. I normally stick with just this color. I stick with like blue, red, and that's pretty much it on those. But here's what I'm going to be installing. I just got this from, excuse the mess. I just got this from eBay, and these are really cool. These, as you see on the front, as you see what it shows is exactly what it does. There's an actual light that you can stick under your hood that goes from end to end. I got this from eBay. It's a really cool setup. It actually has a little scanner thing so you can run it off your phone. There's an app that you can download and you can work it off your phone. I guess Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, or probably Wi-Fi. So, but the cool part is you have a remote, which makes it even more easier. So, and then you got some adhesive, some Chinese writing adhesive, and it is really cool. I've already turned them on to see. They got some double-sided tape, but I don't think we're going to use that. We're going to make our own, so it'll stay nice and in place. And that's what we're going to be installing. So we're going to do that real quick. Car, pop the hood. So, like I was saying, I could go from corner to corner here, or go from corner up here to corner up here, and then they both fit. I was thinking about sticking it in this crevice here, going all the way across, or I could just stick it on this nice flat surface with some, like, I got some double-sided like strap tape, strapping blocks. They're like the little squares, and then you can go here, 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 and here, and tuck them back as far as I can go, and then strap it, and then I can run my line. So right here, if you guys have never noticed, I actually already have it already set up. I got some from the this is the one with the Night Rider lights. So I got it up under here, all nice and wired. I actually got some really cool connectors. This is a lot more easy than using these, but these go to the wire going into the car. So I don't have this running off of the battery, which is over there. I actually have it running to a, I'll show you. I have it running to a chargeable lithium-ion battery pack. And this makes it easier because I've noticed I've had these lights on my car before, on my Lincoln, and what was happening was the circuitry was causing it to short. So I actually had these two red and black wires to the battery on my Lincoln Town Car, and it was actually shorting it out. And I didn't want to do that in this car because this car has way more computer components, and I love my car, and I don't want it to get shorted with some weird gremlin thing that this thing's going to do. So I thought of an idea to buy that lithium-ion pack, and it's a 12 volt, which I can easily charge that thing and never have to charge it for weeks on end because, one, I don't turn this on all the time, and two, it's not going to kill the battery. So this works out so perfectly. And this setup, and then these is really cool. So instead of me using like those, and these are quick disconnects. So see, just take one of these in there, I can get it out of my way, or I can, and then reconnect it, and boom, I'm ready to rock and roll. So that's really cool. So now we're gonna figure out where we're gonna put this, which I think is gonna go up here. All right, so this is what I was talking about. I'm gonna be using these mounting bases, which is really cool. It's got these little 4 post things where you can zip tie it too. And then what I did was I just took one corner. So I cut this corner and that corner so it'll fit. And then I could still strap it. It still has some adhesive on the back side. And then boom, we're good to go. Clean with some alcohol, use that Superior stuff that they have on there, and then boom, just put this up and we can get it all strapped in. So that's what we're gonna do. And I got these from, let's see, got these from the hardware store, so you can see right there if you want to get yourself some. And then we're going to be using these little mini zip ties to pretty much zip it, and it should be good to go. So let's get on and get in it. So I got them hooked up, and just wanted to show you how they look. It looks really cool. So these are the little strips. So we have to measure this because this is a little too long for the hood. So and this actually has little cutoff points. So we're gonna have to figure that out. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys, see how cool this was. See if I can get them relit again. Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to get into this and we'll get it all set up. Okay, guys, we are back. I already had cut the end that I needed, and I actually used some silicone to cap the end because it had a little silicone on it, and it was really good because the other end is right here. So I cut it 3 slots because, as you see right here, let me show you guys. You see that little copper 3 stripes with the little line in the middle? That's the cut point. So I cut it 3, and then this end was already sealed and it just had a cap on it so the water won't get in, and that's why I recapped it here and put some silicone on it and let it dry so that way it'll work. So yeah, we cut the end and 3 lengths, and now this is the same length as the hood, the long length of the hood, so we're good to go. So now we're going to let that dry as we put on those little tabby things. So stay tuned. Okay, guys, so we're working on cleaning this up, wiping it down with some alcohol. I've cleaned this thing like 10 times, and I even used Dawn to get I want all this dirt and grime off of it. So good that, see, I want all this off. I want it all off so that way when that stuff sticks, it sticks. And got no reason why it wouldn't stick. So yeah, I want it clean like that. Super clean. Super, super clean. So that way this thing has a really good clean surface. Get all this dirt and grime off. So this is clean. Now we're gonna stick the stickers on. So 1, 2. There it is. They're all nice and there, ready to go. I got a double-sided tape, cleaned it really, really good. They're gonna hold. Now all we gotta do now is wait for this thing to dry and we'll mount it up. Okay, guys, we had to stop. It was getting late and getting dark. I had to go pick up my son. So we are going to reconvene in the morning and finish this up. So what's up, guys? It's day 2. We are back on getting on the LED. Sorry about that. It was getting a little late. I had to go pick up my son. So I couldn't do it. It was getting kind of dark. So just couldn't finish it. But we're going to try and finish it today. So right now we're going to go over, we're going to do some soldering work so we can get this done. But let me show you what we're going to do. So, all right, coming to the table. So now we are going to solder. Make sure my soldering gun is ready to go. So we'll set that there for a sec. So what we're going to do is we're going to wire this up. This is going to go into the box for the LED lights. I have some pigtails. I actually have a bag of pigtails. If you guys didn't know what it was, it's a bag of pigtails. It's a digital male and female. So right now I have a male, and what we're going to do is I got some red and black wire. We're going to use this to run it into the car. So we're going to keep both of the lights. I'm going to keep the LED lights at the bottom, and we're going to have the LED ones on the top. See how they go, see how they perform together, see if one's better than the other, or just keep them in just unison and use them for totally two different things. Because the one up top I can keep like a solid color, and the bottom I can do my night rider lights like I always do. So I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Because if the night rider lights on the new one doesn't seem to come out really well, I still have the ones on the bottom that I really like using. So, but yeah, we're just gonna keep those together, and then we'll just use the same battery pack. So we're going to figure that out. We'll probably just switch between the two, and then we'll make another in later to make them work as unisons. So we'll figure that out. But right now, let's just get into the soldering part. Okay guys, we're back. Not my best soldering job. I've done better, done way better. But we got it on there pretty good. So now we will get some heat shrink around it, take this tape off, get it from the other end, and then we'll just put it on and we should be good. So moving on to the next thing. Okay, guys, we're back. Got the insulation on it. Shrink wrap. Thank you. I could not get the word out. I got the shrink wrap on. I didn't do that first, so soldering 101 is always slide a piece of shrink wrap on before you weld. That way you don't have to go for the whole entire line all the way and do that. I didn't do that. I was trying to rush, and that's what happens when you rush. So, but I got it. Luckily, I didn't realize it until later, like, oh, I need to put shrink wrap on. So now we're going to tape it as best we can, just so that way it stays still, because this is kind of like a separating piece. It's like going three different ways. So we want to keep this together so this doesn't bind up or give it any issues. So I'm going to tape this just like so, and also keeps it from getting any water, moisture inside as well. Cool. Good to go, end to end. Now we string this down, and now we're going to do the positive negative for the pigtail. Okay guys, so we're back. We're going to do the other end now. And as I was saying before you solder, make sure you put your shrink wrap on before, make it easier. So that's what we did, because I didn't do it on the other one. So we are going to commence. It's ready. So we're going to go ahead and tape this just like we did the other side, just to keep them together. Just a little tape. All right. And actually, what we're going to do is we're going to move you so you can see, in case you ever want to learn how to solder. I'm going to show you guys how to do it. So let's reposition, and you get a better view. Okay, so reposition you guys to get a better view. In case you guys ever want to learn how to solder, I'm no expert. I've learned just by doing over time. I've not done it enough times to actually know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip off a little bit. And then, let's see. Evidently I didn't cut it out big enough. All right. So, come on off. There we go. A little forceful. All right. So, take this in here. Slide this back just a little bit. All right, we're gonna strip off our ends, however length you want it. No one's right or wrong depending on. And then if you're first time doing this, just practice with it, play with it. Get some scrap wire, twist it together however you feel like you want to do it, and just play with it so you can get used to how it goes. All right, so we twist these, get these, keep them from flaking, because these are thicker and the other ones are thinner. It's not my choice. I'd rather them be thick, but they're thin. It's just the way they come. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take whichever end you want to start with. Doesn't matter. Make sure you get the right ends though. So we're gonna start with the black. So you want to get a nice good twist. Get a nice consistent twist, always helps. If you need to chop some off, no big deal. Take it and chop it. Not a big deal. Okay, so I prefer sliding this down a little bit since this one has more metal. Just a little hair right there. That's perfect. Perfect. Then we'll take the red, do the exact same thing. Get a nice good twist. Get it to wrap around as best as we possibly can. Twist and hold and get us twisted. The more the better. And then there we go. So now with this handy clamp, we are going to, if it'll let me, without pushing down. Let's see. Let's flip it under here. There we go. So we clamp and hold, and we clamp and hold. Give it a little bit more slack on this end. There we go. All right. So try to keep it as separate as possible. Test your thing. Hear a sizzle. You're good to go. Grab some soldering wire. Probably grab a nice long length. Break it off. And let us commence. So the trick is, the better way of doing it is to get this wire so hot that when you lay your solder, it'll just ooze out of it, and then you can just flow it. So we'll let that heat up a little bit. If you're really good, you can do it up, but you can do it either way, however you want. And then as you see, as it heats, the heat flows through and then just soaks and gives you that ever so perfect solder. And once you get some metal on there, the transferring is absolutely amazing. Once you get this whole entire thing completely covered in the solder, then you can actually start transferring, and it actually flows way more better. So it's a patience job. It definitely is. If you can get your solder pretty hot, then it normally just flows. But there you go. It's nice, perfectly soldered, no clumps, no bumps, no nothing. And if you do get clumps and bumps, it's not a big deal. And since this is actually in a really good spot, I actually can go ahead and just go ahead and start. I mean, it's really quite amazing. It's fun to do too. And it's also, so if you ever want to do it yourself, you know how. It just takes time and patience. Sometimes you get impatient, but if you're really good, then it's not a big deal if you're impatient, because you already know what you need to do and you know how to do it. But if you're doing it for the first time, being impatient, you'll just get so frustrated. You'll just start literally just messing it up, and then it's no good. But it's fixable. It's just, you know, depending on how bad you did it. But most of all the solderings are fixable. So we got this one little end here. And like I said, once you get some solder on there and you get it kind of coated, once you get this thing heated up, it just starts transferring. Like so. And now we're good. And now we can shrink wrap everything, and then we're good. So we're going to set this to the side here. Take these off. Pull one. Pull the other. And that part, this piece right here, it's okay if it's not on there. Some people may say no, but I'm going to shrink wrap it anyway. So, but let's see if I can get it on there actually. Yeah, we're good. I can get it on there. Just get it shrink. Just slide it on there as best you can. Preferably getting a bigger size would be better, but I wanted it to be as tight as I possibly could get it, so it'd be more together. But I think I may have overdid it. Overdid the size. But if you twist it, it usually goes on quite well. Just got to give it a nice twist effect instead of just a slide on effect, and then it usually just goes. Because it ain't going anywhere, because you got the metals on there really good. So, but yeah, that's it. And then you just kind of work it. And then you get it worked on there. If I can get any more on there. Because you wanted to cover it from end to end. And then you should be good. Got this one last little endeavor to get over. And I want to bend my wire. So, there we go. And see, here's one, and then I'll show you. So basically just if my torch would work. All right, and you just melt it. Not that much heat. I like this. That's why I liked it to be like this, because I wanted to shrink it nice and tight around it. So that's why I'm going a little bit more tighter than I normally would. Normally you just go bigger, like a yellow, just yellow. You would go over that. But then the problem is that if it's too big, you'll still have some open air room, and then by the time you get it shrink wrapped over, then you burnt your wire. And it'll still work, but it'll look ugly and everything like that. So I don't. All right, guys. So before we finish buttoning this up and putting the wires in, I just wanted to mention that this setup is going to be like a trial first, because I want to see how the lights are going to show up top of the hood. Supposedly you can brighten them to make them better, so that way the Night Rider lights will kind of brighten. But I feel like with it being tucked up under the hood, it's going to be more like an underglow under the hood that'll be bright enough to shine through, because the light is kind of coming at an angle, shooting down to where the grill and the hood meet. So it should give a nice good bright light, and I still might be able to see the strobe going back and forth. So it actually might work. But if it doesn't work up top on the hood, I'm going to move them down to the top of the bumper, and then you'll actually see the lights going back and forth up top, and possibly have it glow. But I'm hoping that it being up top will be perfect, because if it brighten it up, and at nighttime it'll be super bright to where you actually can see the light and give it kind of like an underglow effect, which I'm really hoping. I actually have a lot of bundle of wire going to the battery. So what I'm going to do is, once I get it all fitted and lined, I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to re-shorten it, because I actually made a little extra than I actually needed. So I didn't know if I pulled it down, would I need some more room? But actually, where it's sitting at up top, if I lower it down on top of the bumper, it's going to be perfect. I won't have to take away or add any line. So that's what we're going to do. And then to make them both work, since it's only working, since I have to unplug and plug each and every one of them, if I want them both to work at the same time, I'm going to take some more of these connectors. I'm going to make like a bunch of female ends and male to male ends to connect it all together. So that way, because I have a wire that has that can make it have two things go into one, so I can have both of them connected together, and then have that last end go into the battery and disperse the power between both the LED lights. So that's what we're going to do if once I get all said and done. But I want to see how the lights are going to be before I make my final decision. So up top's going to be the test. If they work and they give a good light and you can see everything and everything works perfect, we're going to leave it. If not, then we'll take them down, we'll move them down. But let's get this in, and let's see how it goes. Okay guys, so we're back. We're all set and done. I'm sorry I couldn't show you the video. I had to get in some cranny spots, but I'm going to show you to the video what we done. Alright, so let's go check it out. So everything is nice and wired up, going down to there. Everything's good. Coming on this side, got it nice and wired. Made a little extra wire than I needed, but we can trim that back later. That's actually not going to be that hard. I could trim it and then have it go like right here. But we have it here, so we're going to take this off, plug this in, and we're going to turn it on, see what it looks like. Alright, let's get the remote control. And there it is. They're on. It's probably not going to do it any justice right now because it's still daylight out. But what we will do is we'll wait until the nighttime and we'll show you it. Alright guys, so we're home and here is the end result. It actually doesn't look quite bad. It's not super bright, but it's got that underglow tone that I was looking for. So yeah, it's actually quite cool. It's like I said, it's not super bright, but you can see it. If I put it down lower, it'd probably be a little more brighter, and you probably could see you can see the strips, so you'd see the lines a little bit. But I kind of actually like it. I really actually do. And then, you know, you can change modes, and it does the clear coloring thing. And yeah, it's kind of cool. I have to play with it a little bit because the colors, the pattern and the modes and stuff is a little different, so I have to play with it a little bit. But yeah, that's it guys. It's pretty cool. I really actually quite like it. Like I said, I just gotta play with the modes, and actually we'll And I mess with this, figure out this timer thing, because it has a timer that I think I can turn off, and I really would like to turn it off, because it's kind of a nuisance, but yeah, it's really quite cool. I'm trying to get back to the tone where it's just plain white, because I actually kind of like that for the time being. So it's got the Knight Rider lights. It does have the Knight Rider lights, but it has multiple Knight Rider lights that you can do. So like there's blue. I'm gonna go through, get back to the white. Where is it? I think I just passed it. That's like a light blue, but I want though. That's it. I think that's it right there. All right, well. All right, guys. So that's it. The car, it runs great with the lights. It's really, really cool. I actually kind of like it where it's at. It's not super bright. It's bright enough. I got the highest brightness, but if I actually wanted to get it brighter, I actually can take them down and put them on the top of the bumper cover where the grill is. If I really wanted them to be like super, super bright, but I kind of like it where it is. It's kind of like an underglow thing where you see it, you see the reflection, you see what it does, and it's kind of that brightness, but it's not super bright where it's shining you in the face, which I thought it was going to be. It might have been if I actually had them down lower, you'd actually see the lights more, you see the LEDs moving more and all that stuff like that. But I think with this concept, it's more of a accent light. So it works out really well. I actually really impressed with it. The only thing I honestly can say that I'm kind of not a fan with is that the timer keeps turning the darn thing off. So I gotta figure out a way to turn that off so that way it stays on all the time, because it looks like it's on a timer, and I really don't like that. So I want it to be on when I want it on, stay on when I want to stay it on, and I'll turn it off when I want to turn it off. So we gotta figure that part out. But other than that, it's in, it's done, it's installed, and I'm super stoked about it. So I really like it, and you guys like it, you can go down, and I'm gonna try and see if I can put the link in the description for where I got it. I got it on eBay. But you can get it eBay, AliExpress, probably Amazon, anywhere. And they have them in different lengths, so you gotta picture that as well. So I probably wouldn't go super long in length if you're gonna shorten it. So I would probably measure it, which is what I did. But even though I measured it, it was still maybe 2 slithers long, 2 or 3 slithers long. So I had to end up cutting it anyway. But that's fine. I'd rather cut 2 to 3 slithers than 10 or 15 or 5 or 10 slithers, just because I got a longer piece and then I'm having to cut it because you waste it. Because once you cut it, you can't use it again unless you know how to refuse it. But guys, that is it. Thank you so much. If you guys have not checked out my stuff, please go down, like and subscribe. It really helps me out, and I really do appreciate everybody's support and love on all the builds I've done, the car, the bike, even little quirky stuff like the lights. If you guys like that stuff, please hit the like, subscribe, comment. Let me know if I'm doing a good job. And a lot of people have, and I really apologize for not giving a lot of praise to people, but you know who you are. You've commented, you've asked me questions, and I've helped you in helping you out with questions that you've asked me. And I really do appreciate you giving me comments and giving me feedback, even if you're not giving me feedback on my build, which some people do, but some people come with questions, and that's what I asked for. So I really do appreciate all the love and support. So if you comment, you like something, I'm going to give you a like or comment back, you know. So I appreciate it, because you're helping my channel grow by you doing so. So with that, I am very grateful. But guys, if you're not going to check my stuff, please go on Instagram. I try to post as best as I can, but if not, you can always just watch it on YouTube. So I'll try to be more good at posting more so on Instagram. So, but guys, that's it. Thank you so much. You guys have a good and blessed day, and I'll see you on the next fix.